And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, as we hope you enjoyed that interview there with Reggie Kelly. If you would like to see it in its entirety, we invite you to go search the ICC Hour on the Itawamba CC YouTube page. Be sure and subscribe to the channel while you're there. All right, Game 2, ICC looking to bounce back here after dropping the first game of the day, 3-0 in extra innings, as we'll give you the lineup for ICC. Never got that card for the Bucks, so we'll try to fill that one out as we go. In the circle for ICC is going to be number 15, and that's going to be Madison Jenkins. She did come in and see a little bit of action in the previous game, as that pitch across for a strike. 1-1 now is the count, making her collegiate debut in the circle as a starter here in Game 2. 1-1 is the count for Jenkins. This is going to be number 12 for Shelton, and that is going to be Langham at the plate. Unfortunately, will not be able to give you the positions of the players for Shelton, as that pitch in there for a strike. Let's go ahead and take a look at the lineup for ICC here in Game 2. Rutledge will lead things off. She's playing in left field. Patterson is in center field. She's batting second. Watts batting third. She's playing at first base. This one fouled off out of play. Will stay at 2-2. Playing in right field will be Hayes. She's batting in the fourth spot. Batting in the fifth spot will be Posey. She's the DP. Jenkins, who is in the circle right now, she'll be batting sixth. You've got Meggs playing third base. She's batting seventh. Henry batting eighth. She's playing second base. Boatner is the shortstop. She's batting ninth, and the flex will be short. And they're going to appeal down to first, and he has no clue because he didn't even realize they were asking him to appeal.
And that was it. She went around, and he didn't even pay attention.
Yeah, I would say they had to point at him and then yell at him to get him to look, and that's yeah, he's not going to call that a strike. So either way it goes, 2-2 pitch coming. Liner. And Ivy catches one right at the ankles so quickly that I couldn't even get the camera switched over in time. Great play there by the sophomore Ivy Watts over at first base.
Number 4, Crockett.
So this is going to be Ashley Crockett coming to the plate now. As we mentioned, we do apologize. We didn't get the lineup for Shelton before the start of the game. As that pitch missing high for a ball. Adam Gore, Michael Upton bring you this action here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Well, Upton, a hard-fought loss for the Indians in Game 1, 3-0 in 8 innings. What's your thoughts here on Game 2? What do the Indians need to do to find a way to get the win?
They just got to find a way to, when they get people on base, to move them over. Just consistently string some hits together, and maybe seeing a new pitcher as great as Bowen was. I think it'll be a nice, refreshing pace to see someone new in this game.
Yeah, Bowen pitched an absolute gem in the first game for the Bucks. That pitch across for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Again, remind you, if you happen to step away from your computer, you can follow us on Twitter on your phone, or you can watch on the phone as well. As that pitch in there for a strike, evens up the count now at 2-2. We'll have softball right back here tomorrow. That'll be against Snead State. That'll be a 1 o'clock First American National Bank opening pitch. That pitch fouled off. 2-2. Forgot to give you the official First American National Bank start time. We'll give it to you after this pitch. Pop up, second baseman not going to be able to get to it. A little put it where they ain't that time on a base hit for Crockett. And that goes for the first hit of the game. 3:03 was our First American National Bank opening pitch. And now this is going to be Vanderford coming to the plate.
She had a big hit in that bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, ICC only gave up 2 hits, both of those coming in the bottom of the 8th inning. And they were timely hits. Of course, they had that international tiebreaker rule going into place as they were to push across the run, and then 2 more after an error by the Indians. And as we talked about, that there's a little confusion on this. I actually had to look it up. Kevin Maloney, who is one of the SIDs down at Jones, he and I were talking about this. And for those that do not know, a little softball 101 here is the fact that whenever the tiebreaker is on base, it doesn't count as a earned run towards the pitcher, but instead it counts as an earned run towards the team. So the ERA for the team can be higher than the pitchers combined because of that.
Fun.
Yeah.
Always something new to learn.
That's the purpose of life, to learn something new every day. Or at least my definition of the purpose of life is that pitch is fouled back. We'll sit at 2-2 here on Vanderford. We do want to say hello to those watching in support of Shelton State this season. Of course, these two teams are scheduled to play this weekend at Shelton. However, I don't see that happening.
As scheduled.
Yep. That pitch missing low, 3-2 is the count. We almost need to do a documentary this season on all the changes and call it Subject to Change, because
that would have been a great idea had we thought of that, even going back into starting in football and moving forward.
Card subject to change as that pitch goes high for a ball. Great at bat that time by Vanderford to be able to battle back and get that walk.
For Shelton State, the first baseman, number 1, Lovelady.
And this is going to be Lovelady coming to the plate. So Lovelady will dig in here. Runners at first and second. Shelton trying to carry over some of that momentum that they got in the 8th inning here to start game 2 as that pitch across for a strike from Jenkins. Our first long look at Jenkins, as we said, she came in with a third of an inning of work in the previous game.
But she definitely looks calmer now than she did. She came in a real tight spot. And
so that pitch drifts high for a ball. She is out of Cleveland, Mississippi. Bio Academy is the high school she went to. As a swing and a miss for strike 2. Thought for a second it was strike 3 the way she's coming up throwing, but it was not. We do now have that lineup, so we'll be able to give that to you here in a moment for the Bucks. 1 out. Pitch coming. And it's Miss Lowe gets away and the runners will advance. Wild pitch allows the runners. As that one got in the dirt that time.
ICC with a new catcher in this game. Hayes started the first game, and Emma Short is starting this one.
All right. And we've got those lineups now as that pitch drifts high. So this is the lineup here for the Bucks in game 2. We've already talked about Langham. She's the shortstop. Crockett's catching. I want to say Vanderver. That's not Vanderver. That's former coach or still a coach in high school basketball. Vander Ford is the third baseman. Lovelady is at first. And they're going to say she went for strike 3.
I believe she did. I believe that may have even been a tip off into the catcher's glove.
So they're able to hang on to that one there.
O'Quinn.
So now O'Quinn will come to the plate. That was the first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the game. O'Quinn pops this one up, and Ivy's able to go over and make the play in foul territory as the Indians get out of that jam with no damage done. As we played the top of the first, no score here in Fulton. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on Let'sGoICCTV.com.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen, as we're getting set to start the bottom of the first inning. Rutledge, Patterson, and Watts due up here for ICC as game two, as this is Walters in the circle. That first pitch across for a strike. Starting to see more people come out to the ballpark as we get later on in the afternoon. If you're watching on campus, come on down and enjoy some softball and help support the Indians, as this one fouled off. 0-2 now is the count here on Rutledge. Rutledge playing in left field. Didn't get a whole lot of action there in game one defensively. But when she did, she made a couple of good plays out there in left field. So 0-2 is the count. Rutledge going to have to protect the plate here. Slaps at one, and the third baseman just in the right spot at the right time to rob Rutledge of what would have possibly been an extra base hit that time. Kind of just a story of the day for the Indians. The breaks beating the girls.
Yeah, the balls are hitting right to where the defenders are, and they're making nice moves. So
now this is going to be Patterson at the plate. She's playing in center field and shows bunt, pulls back on that one, takes it for a ball. Well, we talked about it during the break. ICC needs something good to happen early here. Their bats were quiet in the first game of the day, and that was because of great pitching by Bowen. But ICC really needs to find some breaks early just to get a little bit of confidence flowing.
Yeah, and against Walters, they're going to have to get on it quick. She's had one game with pitched 4 innings, 2 hits, none of them earned, struck out 5, and only walked 1 for a 0 ERA.
Big, healthy swing and a miss there. 2-1 now is the count here to Patterson. There's one out in the inning. We're in the bottom of the first, game 2. If you're just now joining us, ICC dropped a 3-0 decision in 8 innings in the first game of the day. So that pitch missing outside for a ball. 3-1 now is the count. Of course, we'll have both broadcasts going tomorrow. Baseball will be here on the Red Channel against Northeast. As that pitch high for a ball, and Patterson will head down to first. And then we'll be right back here tomorrow on the Blue Channel with softball as they take on Snead State, another foe coming across the state line from Alabama. As always, those schedules subject to change, though. We encourage you to visit letsgoicc.com, as well as follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Let's Go ICC, so you can keep up with those changes throughout the season. Swing and a miss there by Watts. Watts batting in that 3 spot. Throw over to first was not in time as Patterson got back with ease. Batting in that 3 spot, playing in the 3 spot defensively at first base. You got speed in Patterson and a big gap there if she can get something over the head of the second baseman. Instead, Watts is going to be hit in the knee, and that hurt. And you can tell that hurt as soon as she tried to head down to first. And she's still hurting a little bit over there. They're going to give her a moment to kind of flex and stretch things out over there, as now Kara Hayes coming to the plate. So a good situation here for the Indians earlier, not the fact that Ivy got hit, but the fact that they've got runners on first and second with only 1 out. Anytime they got runners on scoring position, except for late in the ball game, they got them on scoring position with 2 outs. So now Hayes, who is playing in right field in that 4 spot, can come up in a big way here for the Indians. Lays down the bunt.
Perfect.
And are they going to call it foul? I believe so. Yep, caught it foul. Good idea that time. Really put some pressure on. That's one thing Coach Kirk likes to do in his offensive mentality is put the defense in situations to make errors. And he's done that a lot. And when a guy's won a state championship and a conference championship in back-to-back years, hard to argue against that mentality.
You don't get to 300 wins by not knowing what you're doing.
Exactly. So that pitch goes for a strike.
Second straight hit batter.
Back-to-back hit batters now in ICC. Got bases loaded with one out now. And here comes Brianna Posey.
24.
Well, I tell you what would be a really cool thing right now. If Bree could hit a golf cart out there.
Speaking of golf carts,
there's a bunch of them.
You know, Tennessee has the Vol Navy. We're up from 1 to 6 golf carts in the outfield today.
So we're going to have the golf cart Navy out there as that pitch across for a strike.
So if you're in the Fulton area and you've got a golf cart or a side-by-side, other sport utility vehicle, roll on out here and join us. Let's see how many folks we can get out here. If they keep moving, we can push Raphael Henry right out of his spot with the camera.
You take a look out there at left center. You can see them kind of just gathering. I believe that's the physical plant out there, enjoying some softball this afternoon. We appreciate all the hard work of the guys and gals in the physical plant. That's something we don't really give enough credit to, is that pitch in there for a strike. But think of all the time that we've been through with COVID, all the extra cleaning, all the extra hours of work, making sure our students, faculty, and staff are safe while keeping themselves safe. Kudos to that crew of our physical plant doing a great job. 0-2 now is the count. Posey fouls that one off.
Yeah, I'll second that, Adam. We couldn't be here today. We couldn't do the things we do on this campus without the hard work of that group.
So 0-2 stays the count here on Posey. There's one out and bases full of Indians. Awaiting this 0-2 offering from Walters. Ground ball, second baseman, only one play. It's over to first, and it's going to be in time. But it does score the run, and ICC leads it 1-0.
RBI.
It's a well-placed ball in order to advance all the runners over. Get on the board. That's going to make a world of difference versus the first game.
That will be an RBI on that ground out as we'll take a look at it on the Little Caesars instant replay here. As you see, Patterson comes across to score, and now there's 2 outs with runners at second and third. 2-out hitting. Can the Indians come up with some of it here? And Jenkins at the plate. She can really help herself right now with the base hit because you got pretty good speed over there at second base. Something down to the outfield. Again, they're shading them kind of in center field to the left side of the field. So if you get something through the hole over there at second base, that's trouble. Nice pitch. Ooh, called a ball, though. Good off-speed offering that time.
The kid just stayed a little high.
Say just a little too high for the umpire's liking, and that was kind of the zone of the previous umpires. We said no complaints with the umpiring crew this afternoon, has done a pretty good job. Knock on wood. Swing and a miss there as Jenkins. I tell you what, she leaves no doubt when she swings a bat.
Yeah, she's going all for it.
And so 1-2 is the count with 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Grounder off the glove of the pitcher. Shortstop finds it and not going to be able to have a throw. Now they're going to try to score, and they do.
2.
Heads up, base running. Good call by Coach Andy Kirk that time. And let's take a look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay. And we said the Indians needed something good to happen. Well, they did.
Shortstop can't come up and keep them runners moving.
Tough play there. She made the diving stop up the middle after it was off the glove of the pitcher. I'm calling that a hit. I'm going to give it a hit with 1 RBI, and the run's going to score on the throw. As this one down the line, and it's going to be a foul ball. Because even with the throw at first, I don't believe it would have been in time after the diving effort. Another great effort. Oh, man, Langham, was she played short in the first game today?
I believe so.
Go back and look at my notes real quick. She did. Man, hats off to Langham. She has just been outstanding at shortstop today for the Bucks, and that would have been a tough play. And Coach Kirk rolling the dice, and by the time that she realized the runner was heading home from second, as there's a shot to the outfield, center fielder's going to get there in time. Not knifing away enough, as Meggs puts a pretty good bat on the ball that time, just couldn't quite sneak it in there. But ICC gets it 3 runs on 1 hit and 2 left on base. 3-0 ICC. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best story here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the top of the second inning. 3-0 is the score for ICC, and Upton, that's what we said. For ICC to be successful this game, they needed to catch some breaks, get something positive going early, and they did so. They were able to cash in on back-to-back hit batters. An RBI ground out by Posey, that scored Patterson, who walked, and then an RBI single by Jenkins scored Watts, and then Hayes come across to score on Coach Kirk being aggressive on the bases, and the throw was not in time, so she advanced on the throw, in my opinion. Now, of course, we'll check Coach Kirk's stats at the end of the day. These Sonic stats, never official here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth, but speaking of Sonic, man, a half-cherry, half-grape slush would be really good right about now.
It would, as warm as today is.
As that pitch across for a strike, as this is Rourke, the second baseman at the plate. Let's just do this. Let's do a quick survey in the booth here. Favorite drinks from Sonic? Ocean water.
It's got to be the limeade slush.
Limeade slush. Favorite drink at Sonic?
Ocean water add strawberry.
Ocean water what?
Add strawberry.
Ocean water add strawberry. Upton?
Root beer float.
Root beer float. I'm either a cranberry limeade or a half-cherry, half-grape slush guy. Anything with cranberry, I'm about that life. Matter of fact, friends joke that Red Bull, whenever I committed to stop drinking Red Bull, is when they stopped making a year later, a cranberry Red Bull. They discontinued that.
I think they also saw their stock price decline after you quit.
There's a grounder to the second baseman. Going to be trouble. Going to have to hurry. Not in time. Great speed that time by Rourke. Just kind of took a hop in no man's land that time. Infield single for Rourke.
And great effort by Ivy Watts there at first base to stretch out.
Yep, just one of those that took a hop and it was deep enough, and Rourke showed off the speed. Able to beat that one out. So a leadoff single to start the inning here. Now this is going to be the right fielder Booth at the plate. Shows bunt, pulls back, and looks the runner back to first, calls it a ball. All right, well, Upton, what would you eat if you had to add a meal with your drink?
Oh, that's a tough call. I'm not a huge fan of Sonic. But
their
little
sponsor.
popcorn.
You love Great play, throw over in time. Let's look at that on the Little Caesars instant replay. My, oh, my. You'll see the third baseman charging in, catches it in the stomach, and the throw over is in time for the Little Caesars instant replay. Actually scored that one 5 unassisted to 4, who was covering first base. And a Little Caesars instant replay. That pitch in there for a strike. I'm going to give you a chance to redeem yourself here. So when you eat at Sonic, because you eat there often, what do you eat?
The popcorn chicken.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
That is my choice there. And the breakfast.
Oh, you can't beat
when
the breakfast.
When they brought in the breakfast, that was a game changer for me with them.
Matter of fact, sometimes like whenever I want breakfast for supper, that's what I do is just run by after a late night in the office and get some of their French toast sticks.
I got a 10-year-old that would live off their bacon, cheese, and egg sandwich. So toaster sandwich.
Nice. That might be what's on the menu tonight. So do visit Sonic here in Fulton next time you're coming to campus. Tell them Michael Upton sent you in this ICC broadcast. 1-2 is the count. And that pitch just missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss. This is Walters at the plate here. Going to try to find a base hit to extend this inning after an outstanding double play turned by ICC. Meg started it as she come charging in on what she thought would be a bunt, turned into a swing. Luckily got enough of the glove up to deflect that as it basically hit her in the breadbasket, held on to it, threw it over to first, which was being covered by the second baseman. That was Henry, who had to climb the ladder to get it, but got it in turn 2. That pitch missing high for a ball, so that would be a 2-out walk.
Now batting in the 9 slot, the left fielder, number 2, Taylor.
And this is going to be the left fielder Taylor coming to the plate. A.J. Taylor. She played in left field but was the flex in the first game, so this will be her first appearance at the plate this afternoon. Or I guess you can, still afternoon. That pitch missing for a ball. What do you deem evening? Whenever what time?
After 5?
Yeah.
I'd say after 5 p.m.
Brother Chris is the same way. He held up 5 fingers. That's what I was going to say. After 5, I consider it evening.
I think it was afternoon until 5, and then you go to evening.
Yeah. Technically, it could be afternoon all the way up to midnight. So
could be, too.
That pitch in there for a strike. 1-1 is the count.
Of course, you'd be like Sheldon Cooper and have your prevening.
That's true, prevening.
Just
Good
keep adding up little ones there.
Good call. 1-1 is the count now. Pitch on its way, swung on and missed for strike 2. Good job that time by Jenkins, just zipping that one by the batter. Taylor making her first appearance at the plate this evening. 1-2 pitch coming. Just missing outside. Jenkins was already heading towards the dugout thinking that was strike 3, but instead evens up the count now at 2-2. Winds calm here in Fulton as the flag not waving in the outfield. Traditionally, as this ball's popped up and it's going to drift over and get out of play, nearly hitting Sebring Gray over there near the bullpen. Of course, Sebring and his family, they own a nice little furniture shop down in Ryan's Well. Proud to call them a good family friend. Known them for years there in the Ryan's Well area. 2-2 pitch coming. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout to end the inning there. So let's look at that. Yep, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've played 1.5, and ICC leads it 3-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tribe!
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we now head to the bottom of the second inning. ICC with a 3-0 lead. CJ Adams checking in, watching here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. We appreciate CJ and all of his help. He helps with some of our broadcasts from time to time. Has done some play-by-play here in football. Tried to get him to do the play-by-play today, but he's like, no, I'm good. He's a busy guy, so he's got too much going on.
Very talented young man, does a lot of fantastic things for the college.
He really does. Like, him and his brother both equally talented.
They are.
I think they should figure out who's more talented with the arm wrestling contest.
I think we could probably raise some funds for that.
We can stream it live right here. Arm wrestling after dark. Top of the inning here. No, bottom of the inning. Slow roller throw over is not in time.
A lot of speed from Hannah on that one.
Look at this on the Little Caesars Instant Replay since it didn't get a chance to get that one switched over. Oh, yeah, no doubt on that one there. She beat that one by 2 or 3 steps. So now up is going to be Katie Boatner. Boatner batting in that 9 spot. ICC has equaled their output and hits in the first game here through the bottom part of this inning.
Yeah, I always find out there's no outs, so you can't say it through a third, so.
Yeah.
Do 1+.
There you go, 1+.
1+ of an inning.
Shows bunt, pulls back, takes that one for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. So runner at first, there's no outs. That's Henry who had that infield single. Indians trying to earn a split to open the season here with Shelton. Shelton 3-0 in the year. Shows bunt, lays it down nicely, and pitcher actually tried to come in and make the play on the ball and wasn't able to, and
interfered with her second baseman, kept her from making what should have been a routine play.
Yep,
I'll show you how you score that.
I'm going to call it a hit because the ball was never really caught at the time whenever she was on the base, and they both kind of checked up thinking the other person would get the ball. And a teaching lesson there for the Bucks as well. One of those where, hey, call her off, but when you do, make sure you call her off with authority.
Right. Team communication on defense in such a small space is key.
So now the Indians, runners on first and second with no outs. Back to the top of the lineup we go here in Rutledge. Rutledge showing bunt. Throw over is in time, and that sacrifice bunt pushes the runners to second and third. 5-3 on the putout. That sacrifice being brought to you by the Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights at 7:07. Reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU.
Indians really taking advantage of this game of getting people on, moving them over, things they couldn't do in the first game.
Patterson stands in, takes that first pitch high for a ball. And you're right. That's one thing the Indians did not do good enough in the first game was take advantage when they had runners in scoring position. And again, a situation here, runners on second and third with only 1 out, and Mackenzie Patterson at the plate. Looks at that pitch missing low for a ball. Some of the Shelton faithful out here kind of moans and groans after that pitch there. Watts is on deck. 3-0 is your score, bottom of the second. That pitch missing outside for a ball.
Count, please. Thank you.
3-0 now is the count.
It's going to be an intentional walk here on Patterson.
And that pitch does go high, and as you said, they decided to walk her intentionally to load the bases to get the force at home. Second time that she's got the free pass this afternoon, and now up is Ivy Watts. Watts, in her previous at-bat, took a pitch to the knee and eventually came around to score.
Good time to get started today with bases loaded. continue to have that large gap in right center. If you can just put it over second baseman, that could score at least 2.
Yeah, if you can blister 1, return to sender, could be big. As that pitch drifts high and outside for a ball. Walters struggling to find that zone right now.
Yeah, she's trying to work the outsides with the batters and just not landing it where she needs to be.
Bases full of Indians, 1 out. Watts couldn't catch up on that pitch, had a little bit of a tail to it at the end. 1-1 now is the count. Remind you, the blue channel tomorrow, softball versus Snead. The red channel will have baseball versus Northeast. That pitch missing inside for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. I'm going to try to get brother Brad Boggs out of retirement to come help me with baseball tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
For ICC fans, he helped with those games down in the national tournament as that pitch clips the corner of the plate for a strike. 2-2 now is the count. May have to have a 5-second dump button ready for tomorrow.
Hey, he did an excellent job in football this year.
He
so
did.
It'd be great to have him in baseball.
This pitch fouled back. Nice job there by Watts to find a piece of it. 2-2 now is the count. That's one thing you got to give Dr. Boggs credit for, whether it be play-by-play or delivering meals and all that crew over there in his part of the world. Whatever the college needs, they're going to jump in and do it. And that's kind of the ICC mentality, if you will.
Yeah, there's so much that he and his team do that's never seen to take care of our students on a daily basis, especially during this past year when we've had to work around some, new COVID restrictions.
That pitch drifts high. Now the count goes full. 3-2 here to Ivy. Great job keeping this at-bat alive, and she get hit again?
I believe she did. I believe it came off of her foot.
RBI walk.
And so that will
the right fielder, number 7.
push across another run there.
Hayes.
Yeah, she got hit by the pitch because really nobody tried to advance even though the ball got away there.
Right.
And so Henry scores, and now it's 4-0 ICC.
Shelton's been warming up some of their bullpen. I believe it's Macy Morrow who has come in a couple games and pitched a couple innings for them already.
So 4-0 now is the score. That pitch inside corner for a strike, as this is Hayes at the plate. She too was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Charlie Piper checking in. Mackenzie's dad sending a roll tribe to support the Indians this afternoon. As that pitch outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tell Mr. Piper, Emily Robinson, is from right over in that area. I know they worked the first time to get her here.
As Hayes swings and misses that one, of course. Speaking of the Piper family out there, Emily Robinson, she's from that part of the world in Springville. Yep. And hit again. So
that makes 4
back-to-back hit batters. 4 times they've been hit by pitches, and both
RBI hit by pitch.
batters have been hit by the pitch twice.
It's almost like she's got something against those 2 young ladies.
Well, we'll see if they'll elect to stick with Walters here. She's got some control issues and looks like we may be having a change. So we'll take this time out here from Renaissance Bank and more. ICC leads at 5-0 here in the bottom of the second.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back. 5-0 ICC with the lead. There's one out here in the bottom of the second, and it is number 10, Macy Morrow, entering to pitch here for the Bucks. Her first pitch in there for a strike. Upton, did we have any stats on Morrow from this season?
Yes, she's appeared in both of their previous games before today, pitched 2 innings, walked 2, and gave up no runs.
Coming in a tough situation here already in a 5-0 hole with bases loaded for ICC. This pitch popped up a mile high. It's going left and foul. Off the top of the dugout, it sounded like. Wow, that's impressive. It's hanged up in the air that long and still caught the dugout.
It caught the back of the dugout, and it's just sitting back there behind it now.
So 0-2 now is the count here to Posey. She grounded out to second, but did drive in a run on that ground out as she fouls this one off towards the basketball courts. Looks like, 0-2 will stay the count with one out. Bases loaded here for ICC, trying to get that merry-go-round to spinning here in the bottom of the second. 5-0 Indians already with the lead. That pitch missing low and outside. Not a bad spot to miss. See if you couldn't get her to chase one after fouling off that previous pitch. 1-2 now is the count. So awaiting the 1-2 offering here from Morrow. Oh, nice off-speed pitch that time, and bases were occupied, so unable to advance after the ball got away. That will be a Renaissance Bank strikeout there. First of the game for Morrow, first time ICC has went down on strikes so far in the game. So a big time out there for Morrow, 2 outs now in the inning. So with 2 away and bases loaded, ICC going to try to wake up the bats here. As there's a shot, and that's what we said. There's a gap out there.
And Jenkins went right into it.
And ICC is going to score 2, and Jenkins is going to advance to second on the throw. So 2 runs came across there. Jenkins with her second hit of the game. It goes for a single. She advances on the throw, and ICC now has a 7-0 lead. The runner at third belongs to Walters, so can't quite close the book on her just yet. This pitch popped up. Third baseman going over, and nearly dropped that one, but was able to squeeze that one for the final out. Big inning there for the Indians as they get 4 runs on 2 hits. No errors. 3 hits and 2 left on base. We'll take a break and come back with the top of the third. ICC 7-0.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
And welcome back, 7-0 ICC as we head to the top of the third inning. Adam Gore, Michael Upton, proud to bring you ICC softball here on the ICC Sports Network. We do want to remind you that softball will be right back on here tomorrow. It'll be on the Blue Channel tomorrow when they play host to Snead. On the Red Channel will be baseball as they host rival Northeast in a non-conference doubleheader. That'll start at 1:30. Softball is scheduled to start at 1. So this is going to be back to the top of the lineup here. And this is Langham at the plate. She lined out on a nice play by Ivy Watts over at first base as this first pitch popped straight back behind us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Upton, if they'd like to learn more about either the Foundation or Alumni Association, how can fans do that?
They can give us a call here on campus on 862-8035 or visit us at iccms.edu/alumni or /foundation.
That pitch missing high and outside, 1-1 now is the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this pitch jammed in, just over the outstretched arms of the shortstop. Got enough of the barrel on it that time to get it out there and dropped where they ain't that time. And Langham gets her first hit of the contest, and it's going to be the third hit of the game here. And now this is going to bring up Crockett, who singled, advanced on a wild pitch, but was left stranded in scoring position back in the first inning. The legend, Jim Ingram, in the house.
He is here with us. It's always great to be blessed by his presence.
Well, he heard us talking about the Alumni Association and the foundation, so he was like, hold on now, if we're promoting that, I've got to be here to do it. And so Jim appears. 0-1 is the count here as Crockett catching here in game 2. That pitch in there for a strike from Jenkins. So Jenkins getting it done pretty well so far, but also getting it done at the plate. She's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs.
Definitely helping herself out, what you want to see any pitcher do.
So the 0-2 pitch coming. That one missing high and outside. 1-2 now is the count. So awaiting this 1-2 offering here. This one hit, fouled off, and we'll get out of play, and we'll stay at 1-2. Well, we speak of that, and then basketball. The women will be back here Thursday. They are playing who Thursday? Holmes. Here's a shot to right field. Right fielder is going to have to hurry and gets out there in time to make the play. Good job out there in right field by Hayes. Just kind of had to find another gear to chase that one down.
That's Connor out there.
Oh, so Connor's out there in right field right now.
Vanderford playing third base in the
Right. She made a couple of great plays out there in the first game. So
gotcha. So all right, so Connor came in, so thanks to Brother Chris Burrows for clearing this up. She came in place of Rutledge, was able to lay down that sacrifice bunt instead of Rutledge, and so now she's out there in right field. So spin around here, and we'll try to give you that defensive alignment for the Indians.
I can tell where everybody is at except in left field.
That's going to be Kara out there in left field. So Kara moves from right field to left field.
Patterson's still in center.
Patterson's still in center. You've got Stevens in left field. So that's your change there. So Stevens for Rutledge. I'm going to have to write these down because I got to enter stats later. Stevens, right field. As there's a slow grounder forward, trouble. Throw down is in time. 2-3 on the putout of that one.
The cleanup hitter is the first baseman, number 1, Lovelady. Lovelady.
Sorry, okay, now I've got my notes made. The infield staying the same. So you've got Watts at first, Henry at second, Meggs is at third, and then your shortstop is Boatner. Short behind the plate, and Jenkins in the circle. That's your Coca-Cola defensive alignment here for the Indians after that substitution made. Of course, those substitutions being brought to you by the Kegel Eye Center of Fulton. Ground ball, foul ball. And 1-1 now is the count. So, sun continuing to set here. We'll start having issues with that with the camera here before too much longer as it's setting in dead center field. 1-1 pitch coming here from Jenkins. In there for a strike. Beautiful pitch. Just knifing right across the batter that time. 1-2 now is the count. 2 outs in the inning. You got a runner at second. And that pitch high, ooh, just nearly hitting the batter. But 2, also the batter nearly hit the ball with her bat. So it's one of those, self-defense, kind of natural reaction getting out of the way. But got to be mindful of that bat. 2-2 now is the count. Jammed her, trying to come back in on the inside that time. Great job on the part of Lovelady to find a piece of that one. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout so far in the contest. 2 strikeouts for Jenkins. Looking for a third here to end the top of the third. 2-2 pitch coming. Runner at second. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
Same pitch you got her on last time.
Big time Renaissance Bank strikeout there as ICC gets out of the jam. We'll take a break and hear a word from Renaissance Bank and be back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
The outlook for overpriced pizza has never been better. Who's gonna stop us?
Sir, Little Caesars has the lowest price pizza delivered, guaranteed.
We're not Big Pizza, we're Little Caesars. Get $5 off your first delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Parmesan, Asiago, and fresh mozzarella.
All this cheesing is rather pleasing.
Yep, tastes like $1 million.
Pepperoni cheeser. Only $7.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we may be having some changes here as the coaches are meeting below us right now, or maybe going over the changes made in the previous inning. It's 7-0, ICC, bottom of the third inning. ICC can start thinking about possibly picking up a run rule victory here. If you're just now joining us, ICC dropped the first game of the day, 3-0 in 8 innings. A tough loss there in the first game. The Indians had their chance to win the first one, but looks like they have responded well here with 7 runs through the first 2 innings of play in Game 2.
Indeed, a totally different game in terms of what the offense is doing, taking advantage of opportunities.
A little slap bunt attempt here. Throw over to first is in time. That one just took a little extra hop off the bat, and I think a large part of that was due to the velocity put behind the pitch that time. So 5-3 for those of you scoring at home. And so now Boatner will come to the plate. She is 1 for 1 with a run scored so far here on the afternoon. So Boatner trying to get things going here. She showed bunt, pulled back, took it for a strike though. Well, ICC continuing to play some small ball in this situation, forcing the defense to be awake for the Bucks. They've been pretty solid so far on the day. As takes that pitch low and outside, even with the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on here for ICC as they lead at 7-0 in the bottom of the third, game 2, trying to earn a split with Shelton State. There's a grounder right back up the middle, return to sender, and that's going to go for the second hit of the day for Boatner.
That one had eyes, as they say, just right where it wanted to go.
To the leadoff slot.
And so now back to the top of the lineup we go here, and this is going to be Connor Stevens. Stevens, who came into bat in that previous at-bat that was a sacrifice bunt. She's taken over in that leadoff position in place of Rutledge. Runner goes, throw down is not in time as the ball gets away. Even with a delayed throw, she kind of had a little hitch in the release, but still got it down there and made it close.
The ball was just bobbled in the end of the glove of the shortstop, and she never had true control. 1 ball, no strike.
So 1-0 as that pitch was called a ball on Stevens. Listen to that pitch in there for a strike. Connor, third baseman slash catcher is what she's listed as. She played in right field.
Yeah.
She's a freshman out of Amory High School. Amory, a very proud softball program. Swung on and missed there. 1-2 now is the count. Good off-speed pitch there. Stevens way ahead of that one. So waiting the 1-2 pitch. This one fouled back. Good job extending, finding a piece of that one to keep the at-bat alive. Fouled back and to the right of us here. Again, we do want to let you know fans are allowed at the ballpark for both softball and baseball games. Masks are required when moving about the ballpark, and social distancing is basically, you got a social distance while you're here. All right, so for those fans that said the ball just hit her there, she leaned into it, kind of put that arm out into it, so the home plate umpire says stay here. 2-2 now is the count since that ball, when made contact, was out of the strike zone. 2-2 pitch coming. Stevens pops this one up. Mad scramble for it. And they cannot make the catch. Tough play there, but great hustle on the part of the catcher trying to come over and find the ball. So a weird turn of events on these last 2 pitches. It does stay 2-2. There is 1 out. And Stevens battling at the plate right now. Runner at second. Stevens fouls this one straight back and out of play. She is making Morrow earn this at bat.
Yeah, she's giving it everything she's got.
So waiting the 2-2 pitch here once again. Off speed and gets the strikeout. Nice job coming back with the off speed pitch. Stevens couldn't handle it. And that goes for the second strikeout for Morrow. That strikeout being brought to you by Renaissance Bank.
Number 1, Mackenzie Patterson.
Well, this is now Mackenzie Patterson at the plate. Not an official at bat. She's walked twice, scored twice. Last time she was at the plate, she was intentionally walked. As that pitch missing inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. That pitch right down Main Street for the strike. 1-1 now is the count. Patterson, she is a sophomore outfielder from Corinth, Mississippi. Awaiting the 1-1 offering here with a runner at second. All speed, Patterson waiting for it, just fouls it out of play. And now the count will go 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Patterson trying to spark a 2-out rally here for the Indians. Watts is on deck. She's been hit by a pitch each time she's come to the bat here in game 2. That pitch drifts high, even with the count now at 2-2. Bottom of the third inning, 7-0 ICC, trying to earn the split with Shelton to open the season here. This pitch popped up left side. Left fielder's going to go over in foul territory and makes the jumping catch.
For the Lady Indians, no runs.
Not the way you wanted to end it.
No errors, 1 runner left.
And that will end the inning there. We've played 3 in Fulton. It's 7-0 ICC with the lead. We'll take a break after hearing from the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi and more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some and I got some
I don't know about your but impatience doesn't equal spicy.
Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good or a bad
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes, dancing, eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this?
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
You know what I remember when you were born?
Today tastes like a Sunday ritual. And it never tasted this good.
And welcome back as we move now to the top of the fourth inning. ICC with a 7-0 lead here in Game 2, trying to earn the split with Shelton, who picked up a 3-0 win in 8 innings in the first game of the day. As that pitch across for a strike. Been impressed with Jenkins today. She's got good velocity and location with her pitches. Can go inside, outside on the batter as well. So very good outing for the freshman so far. First pitch across for a strike. This pitch popped up. Shallow right field. Second baseman goes back and squeezes it for the out.
The Indians have had good defense this game as well.
Now batting for the Lady Bucks, number 33.
That was
Roar.
Make sure that's who. Yep, that was Henry. Making sure no other changes were made. Mother Nature being a little kind to us here by slipping the sun behind some clouds.
Should give those at home a better view.
Yep. That pitch missing low for a ball. Again, come back tomorrow for softball on the Blue Channel as ICC will host Snead State. They're scheduled to travel to Shelton this weekend. We'll keep you posted on that one as this pitch fouled back and out of play. 1-1 now is the count. Baseball will be on the Red Channel as ICC will host Northeast in a non-conference doubleheader starting at 1:30. Softball starts at 1 o'clock tomorrow. And then Thursday night, basketball against Holmes. There's a shot right back to the pitcher. Throw over in time for the out. Little routine play there. 1-3 on the putout. Good job by Jenkins defending her position and able to get the easy out there.
Now batting for the Bucks, number 21, Little.
That's one part of the game that really doesn't get the credit I think it deserves, is a pitcher's ability to defend a batted ball. And especially in one of those situations.
Yeah, they come back so fast, and your reaction time has to be there. So it's a true testament to their ability.
So 2 outs, and there was a big, healthy swing, I believe, from Booth. Actually, this may be a new batter at the plate.
Should be number 11, Walters.
That's 21.
Oh, excuse me, 21.
So this is Sydney Little at the plate. And she finds herself with a 1-1 count. Little looks at that one. It's in there for a strike. So now 1-2 is the count here. Indians trying to get a 3-up, 3-down inning here. The Bucks trying to spark a 2-out rally, trailing this one 7-0 in the top of the fourth. Ooh, borderline pitch as you see the infield heading towards the dugout. Now I'm going to have to side with the umpire there. That one did look to be a little bit outside. 2-2 now is the count. So waiting the 2-2 offering And that one missing high, and again, ICC players thinking that was strike 3. So now the count goes full at 3-2 for Jenkins. Don't want to lose her here. And gets her swing, or the foul ball, actually.
Just barely caught a piece of that.
So able to keep that at-bat alive here. Will Bunch checking in as well. He mentioning what we had talked about earlier. Connor's sisters, Ashley and Alex, played soccer here. As that one off the noggin. And she earns that free pass to first base, does Little. Ashley, a current member of the women's soccer team, who, by the way, played for the state championship last year. Came up a little short to Holmes, a very good soccer team. They're going to try to make another good push at that conference title this year. Alex played here 2 years ago. And as we mentioned, also, their dad knew a little thing or two about football back in the day. Well, probably still knows a thing, but could sling a football around the yard back in Amory. So a runner at first base. And that pitch in there for a strike. This is Morrow at the plate, batting in place of Walters. So Morrow going to try to help her cause here. Now she's not on the hook for the decision as of right now in the game, as that pitch missing for a ball. She entered with 1 out in the second, so she went 1 1/3. Did Walters. All 7 of those runs belonging to her. Yep, that's correct. Yeah. So that pitch high, 2-1 now is the count. So Morrow trying to help her cause here, see if they can spark a 2-out rally. Little at first after being hit by a pitch. That pitch across for a strike, even to the count now at 2-2. Appreciate Will and everyone else that's reached out today watching today's broadcast. We're going to have a lot of sports coming your way over the next few weeks or so. There's a ground ball, first baseman. Blocked it up that time nicely by Watts. She'll step on the bag and end the inning there. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. ICC with a 7-0 lead. Back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Hey, welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 7-0 ICC trying to earn the split with Shelton this afternoon after dropping the first game of the day by the final score of 3-0 in 8 innings. For ICC, it'll be the 3-4-5 batters due up. Watts, Hayes, and Posey scheduled up. Ivy's been to the plate twice. She's been hit twice. Does have an RBI, and she's also scored twice today as well.
I'm sure she's ready to get on base in a more traditional way.
Yeah, I'm going to say bat to the ball this time. Rips the first pitch she sees, but pulls it foul down the line. So 0-1 is the count. Well, Ivy's one of those, much like Patterson, Ivy can place it where she wants to, but also can hit for power. As there's a deep shot, and I may have just called that one. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the fan almost caught that one.
A big-time hit there for Ivy Watts, right on cue. When I say she can hit for power, she does. Ivy with a solo home run to start us off here. Well, all right then. You said she wanted to hit the ball in a more traditional way, or at least get on base in a more traditional way. Well, after taking 2 pitches being hit by
all of them,
she said, let's touch them all.
One lucky fan with a souvenir out in left field.
You did mention that someone sitting out there nearly made the play on the ball there. That's the 3rd time Ivy scored in this game. And that's the 3rd time that Hayes has been hit by a pitch.
Batting 5th, the DP, Brianna Posey.
Sometimes you just got to take one for the team, and Hayes has done that 3 times today.
You won't contribute any way you want to, but...
Well, I mean, I didn't see anything. Of course, I'm joking when I'm about to say this, by the way, but I didn't see anything. Ivy kind of showed up anybody after that home run. Of course, that's a Major League reference there, or Major League Baseball reference, I should say. That pitch just simply got away from Morrow.
Right.
That pitch in the dirt, blocked up, runner's going to go, and the throw was there, just got away. So advance on the pass ball. Well, the sun ducked behind those clouds, and the chilly weather.
A nice breeze is coming with it.
Is blowing through. So this is Posey, and she blitzed this one deep, back and all, just to the warning track. Runner's going to tag up and head to 3rd. Posey knows she just missed that one. About a little bit more oomph onto it that time.
Madison Jenkins.
And that one would have left the ballpark, and here comes Madison Jenkins. Well, Jenkins has got plenty of run support here, and she's been a large part of that. She's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. A chance to pick up her 4th in this at-bat. She singled twice, advanced on the throw in her previous at-bat where she drove in 2 runs. Well, the Indians trying to close this one out early. This pitch popped up. This is trouble. Center fielder is going to come up and make the play. The run will tag from 3rd. The throw is not in time.
Jenkins just getting it done with her bat and her arm today.
So a sacrifice fly to center. That is the 4th RBI of the day. Hayes slid into home and kind of got stuck when she hit the home plate that time. That sacrifice fly being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Again, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice. Pay for our sins. That's the ICC BSU. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. And a nearly great play there by the catcher, making an effort on that bunt attempt. The ICC BSU, they meet Monday nights at 7:07. And they do encourage all the ICC students to come be part of the BSU. So 9-0 now is the score, Indians. Big here in game 2. This pitch popped up, backing out of play. 0-2 now goes to count here to Meggs. So 0-2 is the count. There is 2 outs. So that pitch missing low for a ball. 1-2 is the count. Not a bad spot to miss there, especially with Meggs, who's a little frustrated with herself at the plate right now. Just see if you couldn't get her to chase one out of frustration. Did not. 1-2 now is the count. Ground ball, shortstop. Throw over is in time. Got her by half a step, 6-3 on the putout for those of you scoring at home. 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And for my family,
Roll Tide! If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Itawamba Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I could go there and lay my head down without no problems. Itawamba Community College, the best start here.
And welcome back. New pitcher in the game here for ICC, and I do have to correct myself. Earlier in the game, I said it was Jenkins that came in game one. It's actually Robinson who came in game one. She is a freshman pitcher / first baseman out of Springville, Alabama. And so, top of the fifth inning. ICC, if they can get out of this inning unscathed, it would be a run rule victory here for the Indians, and I apologize for probably just jinxing us, but Robinson will take the circle here, getting some valuable pitches in this situation. Is that pitch missing for a ball? 1-1 now is the count. We invite you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank postgame report. As soon as this one goes final, we'll take a look back at some Sonic stats and more and get Michael Upton's final thoughts on the day. Is that pitch missing high? 2-1 now is the count. Take a look for some highlights of today's game. Raphael Henry shooting those out there in the outfield. There's a hard hit ball, and it's over the head of a leaping third baseman. Great hit that time. Good job out there in left field to quickly get that one in and limit that to a single. So I believe that was Taylor at the plate then.
Was Taylor. Number 20, Collinsworth.
So a new batter coming in here. This is going to be number 20, Collinsworth, coming to the plate. Well, hey, this is what the Bucs did in the previous game. They switched out batters, and they all came through with clutch hits and resulted in that 3-0 victory in the first game of the day. Is that pitch in there for a strike? Jason Taylor also checking in, giving some nods to Jenkins, someone he's give pitching lessons to. Is that pitch in there for a strike? 0-2 now is the count.
Yeah, good to see her get ahead of him better.
Of course, Jason, the dad of former ICC softball pitcher Danny Taylor. Is that pitch missing outside? Not a bad spot to miss there of the 0-2 pitch. Couldn't get her to chase one that time. Good eye on the part of Collinsworth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first. That's Taylor. Big, healthy swing and a miss there. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout. So a big out.
The hitter for Shelton State is the catcher, number 4, Crockett.
That is the first Renaissance Bank strikeout for Robinson, the 4th of the game for ICC. And now this is going to be Robinson at the plate. So Robinson digging in here, trying to spark the bats of the Bucs here in the top of the 5th. They trail 9-0. This pitch fouled back out of play. And 1-1 now is the count. Excuse me, that's Crockett at the plate. They announced her as Robinson, but it is Crockett. And so now the count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. There is 1 out here in the inning. That pitch just got away from Robinson that time. 3-1 now is the count. So waiting the 3-1 offering here. This one popped up, back and out of play. Now the count goes full. "3-2 with one out and a runner at first base. Robinson apparently liked that pitch because she gave Coach Kirk a thumb up when he called it out. And a ground ball. Trouble. Third baseman, only one play. Throws it over in time. Great job that time. 5-3 on the putout. ICC would have loved to roll a Little Caesars double play to go ahead and get out of the inning there, but instead, a great play over there at third base by Meggs to quickly zip that one across for out number 2.
It was. You're glad to get that second out? I mean, you can just get out of this inning with the lead runner, not have to worry about the base runners.
So Rutledge will come to the plate now with 2 outs and a runner at second. After Taylor advanced to second on that previous ground ball. So Rutledge will dig in with 2 outs and a runner at second. 9-0 your score, top of the 5th, ICC with the lead. That pitch missing outside for a ball. Some of the ICC faithful, well, they didn't like that call, but looked pretty good call from up here. So 1-0 is the count. This one slash foul and out of play. 1-1 now. Goes the count here on Rutledge. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Rutledge at the plate, and that one nearly hit her. Was able to hop out of the way of it. Good job behind the plate.
Short.
Yeah, that's Emma Short, who blocked that one up nicely. If that one gets away, the runner easily advances to third, but instead, you gotta like the effort. It's 9-0. Sometimes you're trying to take some plays off, but I think I jinxed her talking about it that time, as that ball gets away and the runner does advance to third. So that's on me.
Well, you said earlier you might jinx it. We'll hope it's just that one.
Yeah. So 3-1 is the count. Robinson needs to just take a deep breath and refocus here. Go after the batter with 2 outs in the inning. And this one fouled off. Now the count goes 3-2. Two outs in the inning. Counts full here on Rutledge. There is a runner at third for the Bucks. Robinson's pitch. Grounder right back to the pitcher. Scoops it up. Throws it over in time for the out. Score that one 1-3.
No runs.
As that, I believe, should do it in this one.
That should be it.
We'll see. Yep, and that's going to do it. So ICC, well, they're not. They're not going to line up and shake hands after the game. Yeah. Thanks a lot, COVID.
New world we're in.
Yeah, new world we're in. We'll take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report right after this. ICC wins it 9-0 in Game 2 in 5 innings.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
I feel like I'm the good kind of spicy. It means you got an edge. I got an edge.
It means you've got some umph, and I got some umph.
I don't know about your umph, but impatience doesn't equal spicy. Sonic Chicken Slinger.
Is it a good umph or a bad umph?
Would you rather eat in the car or eat at the dinner table at home?
Rather eat in the car.
You can turn on some tunes. Dancing. Eating. You know how weird we'd look if we did this at the kitchen table?
Sonic Wacky Pack.
Right now, we just having a good time.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza?
Oh, personal foul. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
And welcome back one final time here from Fulton. ICC earns the split this evening with Shelton after picking up a 9-0 win in 5 innings after dropping the first game of the day 3-0 in 8 innings. Adam Gore and Michael Upton here in the Renaissance Bank postgame report. Michael, your thoughts here on Game 2 and just the game or the day start of the season for the Indians?
Well, it was a tale of two very different games. First game, great pitching, great defense, but the offense just wasn't there. The second game, the offense came alive, and you really saw a strong showing both on the plate, and on the mound from Madison Jenkins in the second game.
Absolutely. I think it's safe to say she'll be our Sonic star of the game without a doubt.
I believe so.
All right, so let's take a look at the final line. ICC, 9 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Shelton, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. The Bucks fall to 3-1 on the year. ICC improves to 1-1. Let's take a look at the stats for ICC batting-wise today. Rutledge was 0 for 1. Connor Stevens was 0 for 1 with the sacrifice bunt. You had Patterson. She was 0 for 1 with 2 walks and 2 runs scored. Ivy Watts was 1 for 1 with that solo home run. She was hit by a pitch twice and scored 3 runs as well. Hayes was 0 for 0. She was hit by 3 pitches, scored twice. Posey was 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Jenkins, our Sonic star of the game, she was 2 for 2 with a sacrifice fly and 4 RBIs. She also had 3 strikeouts as she scattered 3 hits in 4 innings of work. And then Henry was 1 for 2 with a run scored, and Boatner in that number 9 spot, very clutch today. She was 2 for 2 with a run scored and a stolen base. So a very impressive outing for the Indians, especially a great job to bounce back after a tough loss there in Game 1. Well, that's going to do it. Remind you, tomorrow the Snead State doubleheader will be on the Blue Channel. As of right now, John Luke McCord's going to come in and help out with that one. On the Red Channel tomorrow will be baseball, as ICC will play host to Northeast, so you'll have some options there to keep up with ICC athletics. Visit letsgoicc.com where you can find out about more schedule changes, and be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, pretty much your favorite social media outlet at Let's Go ICC. Upton, any final thoughts, and give a few plugs for the Foundation Alumni Association?
Well, we appreciate the opportunity to sponsor all of the athletic opportunities here at the college, and if you want to support these student athletes through one of the Indian clubs or students in the academic setting through scholarships, reach out and let us know how we can help you do that.
So for Michael Upton, Lee Adams, Raphael Henry, I'm Adam Gore saying good night from Fulton. ICC splits the season opener with Shelton, dropping the first game of the day 3-0 in 8 innings, rebounding to win 9-0 in 5 innings. We'll see you tomorrow here on the ICC Sports Network.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.